This is Anthony Olympia with Six String Country. In these lessons, we're going to be working on I Can Still Make Cheyenne, a huge hit by George Strait. What a great song. It was written by Irv Woolsey and Aaron Barker. I personally, this is one of my favorite George Strait songs. I actually used to play this back in the bars when I was in college all the time when I used to play just acoustic and me and a microphone and whatever. But yeah, man, what a great song. So there will be an easy strum for the rhythm lesson because on the recording there's quite a bit of picking in the acoustic guitar department. I'll show you that stuff. If you want to work on that, the tabs are going to be, you got to have them. So definitely pull those up. Otherwise, the easy strum, I'll cover a way to simplify things. And as far as the lead lesson goes, there's no real guitar solo. And if, in the recording of this song, there's the lead stuff really is the fiddle, a nylon string guitar, and the electric guitar kind of chimes in about 10% of the time or less. So I transcribed a lot of the fiddle and the gut string stuff and put it on electric guitar because I feel like if I was playing in a band on stage and I was the lead guitar guy, I would want to play those parts. And I tried to do my best to pick and choose the most necessary parts for this song. This is a really, really cool song to dig into some country playing and to kind of work on kind of fiddle licks and what they sound like on the guitar. And really just some great, great music to dig into. So let's get started on this.
Telephone rang about 9:15. She heard his voice on the other end of the line. She wondered what was wrong this time. She never knew what his calls might bring. With a cowboy like him, it could be anything. She always expected the worst in the back of her mind. He said it's cold out here and I'm all alone. Didn't make the short go again, and I'm coming home. I know I've been away too long. I never got a chance to write or call. I know this rodeo's been hard on us all, but I'll be home soon. And honey, is there something wrong? She said don't bother coming home. By the time you get here I'll be long gone. There's somebody new and he sure ain't no rodeo man. He said I'm sorry.
This is the rhythm lesson for I Can Still Make Cheyenne. First things first, we got to have a capo on the first fret, and the guitar needs to be in drop D tuning. And just to make sure you know, that means taking the low E string and tuning it down to a D. You go down a whole step. All right. The intro is there's one phrase or one main idea, right? I have the second fret of the G down, third fret of the B. You're going to leave those there, and I'm going to tell you what string to play. I think that's going to be the easiest way to kind of get through it, as well as looking at the tabs. But so low E, which is down the drop D, and then D string, and then G string, second fret, open high E. All right, so that's how these phrases begin, and then back to the low E. And now on the upstroke, I'm going B string, third fret, G string, second fret, and then open high E. And those four notes, repeat those again. And then back to the low E again. Third fret of the B, second fret of G, open D. Okay, that first phrase there's two measures here. Man, what a cool sound. I love drop D on guitar. I think it's so cool. And you can get these open sounds. It's we're making a like a D add 9 shape, or some people just call it like a D2. Get to the chorus, we're just strumming. And we went over that in the easy strum video. So if you want to work on the chorus, flip over to the easy strum video for the whole thing. There's a strumming pattern and the chord progression that's there. We're just gonna focus on the tabs here, okay? Together. Here we go. 3 and 4 and. All right, moving on. We have verse 4. This is kind of a half verse. This is a different chord voicing for the D chord. This one now has that F sharp kind of in the middle of the chord. It's a closer voicing. I think it's beautiful. It'll be a open low E, 4th fret of the D, 2nd fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B. Go ahead and have those prepared and down. It sounds like this. All right, it's open low E, 4th fret of the D, 2nd fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B, open low E, 2nd fret of the G, 4th fret of the D. Let's do all of this stuff with the metronome now. I think that's really gonna help with timing and just kind of getting it together. Definitely have those tabs out. Intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Verse 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's talk about what I've transcribed for you. There is an electric guitar in this song. It's fairly sparse. It's mostly like some arpeggios and a few chords and stuff like that. And I would say like the chorus. But we're going to be covering other things, other lead elements that I would want to, if I was playing this on stage, if I was a lead guitar player, and all we had was, an acoustic guitar, vocals, drums, bass, I would want to cover these fiddle parts that I think are beautiful. They're a little tough on the guitar as far as to make it sound like the fiddle. It's going to sound like the guitar playing a fiddle part. There's just no way around that. All right, got 5th fret of the high E. We'll start there. I'll play this first little piece and then we'll dig into it. It sounds like this. Articulation-wise, and by that I mean what I'm doing with my pick with the right hand, it's kind of tough to note. Like on a fiddle, there are a lot of notes that sound slurred. You have the bow. They're not doing pizzicato. They're not, plucking the strings. They're bowing the strings. So it's a little tough to make it. I want to make sure it sounds good on the guitar. So kind of, definitely interpret this how you want. If you want to do more of a slide thing, or if you want to do hammer-on, pull-off. But here's what I'm suggesting. Start on the 5th fret of the high E, and then 7th fret, pull off to the 5th fret. 5th fret now of the B string, hammer onto the 7th. And you can either slide down here or pull off. I guess we can pull off, so we'll pull off to the 5th fret, slide down to the 3rd fret. Now we're on the G string, we'll go 4th fret, 2nd fret, back to the next measure, 4th fret, slide up to the 7th fret. And get there pretty quick. You don't want to waste any time getting to the 7th fret there. Let that ring for a second, and then we do this here. Quick little triplet thing. It'll be 2nd fret of the G, hammer on to the 4th, pull off to the 2nd, pull off to open, and then hammer on to the 2nd again. And that note rings into the verse. All right, so that is the intro. Let's do that slowly together. I'll try to count and play the best I can. It's kind of a tricky rhythm. And definitely, speaking of that, use your ears as much as you can. All right, now the outro. 1, 2, 3, 4.